Are you sad that we haven't had any word from our favorite Cyber Lin Kuei ninjas in MK11 yet? Are you on the verge of breaking down mentally with the only thing holding your sanity together being the realization that Noob Saibot is confirmed? However, does that realization still not fill the void in your heart that is wrought from the emptiness of not having our favorite condiment ninjas in the game? Because that sure is the case for me, and although we may not have heard of any specific Cyber Lin Kuei confirmed for MK11 yet, I want to say don't lose out on hope, because I am pretty confident that at least one cybernetic Lin Kuei ninja will be in MK11, and in this video I will tell you of all of the reasons why I'm still holding out on hope and pretty confident in believing as to why I do, and why you should also hold out on hope as well. Number 1, we have the Cyber Lin Kuei in the narrative. This is huge, absolutely huge, because it shows that although we do not know the full scope with which they will operate in MK11's story, we know that NetherRealm Studios have most certainly not forgotten them, which is the next best thing that we can possibly have right after the fact of them being released in the game, of course. The last thing that you want is for a gaming company to completely ignore or forget about the character that you love most, because that usually doesn't bode too well, but it looks like when it comes to NetherRealm Studios in this context, this isn't an issue at all. Although we have had absolutely no leak or news regarding Sector or Cyrax officially being confirmed as playable in the game, the fact that the Cyber Lin Kuei are in the story is an extremely good sign, and I will explain why in a bit. The next thing that we're going to be talking about is how MK11 is going to release 2 combat packs, which if it's going to release in any manner like it was released for MKX, this means that we are going to have 4 characters in the first one and 5 in the second one, with Shao Kahn also being included in the second combat pack if you did not get him via pre-ordering the game. This means that there is a total of 8 characters to choose from, assuming that 4 of them are going to be from some horror or action movie franchise, like how MKX had Predator, Leatherface, Jason, and Alien. This means that the other 4 are going to be reserved for some MK characters, and although 4 might not seem like a lot, the Cyber Ninjas are quite popular in the MK community, and for NetherRealm Studios to completely ignore that fact would be not only foolish but also unlikely, seeing as to how the Lin Kuei have already been announced in the story. This is already more than what we got in MKX, and in MKX we still ended up getting Triborg as DLC, so it could always be worse only to turn out better in the end, you never know. Plus, if a character like Bo Raicho made it as DLC, I mean, I guess this could be a good or bad sign. The good sign is that after he was put out, he didn't get received too kindly by the community, so NetherRealm Studios might be more careful with handpicking the DLC characters this time to cater to the fan favorites. The bad sign though might just be that they don't care, and some drunk higher up in the company wanted a character that could rip ass in the game where you would normally pull out intestines from your opponent's esophagus. Finally guys, the last reason why I think we will have a Cyber Ninja that ties back to our first reason that we previously mentioned is the fact that there has to be somebody controlling the Lin Kuei. In the story trailers that we have seen so far, we noticed that the cyborgs that Scorpion took down look very similar to each other. This is most likely not just regular cybernetic Lin Kuei, but most likely the specialized cybernetic Lin Kuei that Sector cloned to be completely independent of free thought, to be loyal to him and only to him. And the thing is, that's very interesting, is that in one of the MKX comics, Cyrax states that these clones cannot function independently. They must have a central master that operates them. To couple with that fact, these cybernetic Lin Kuei most likely came from the past timeline, as the present timeline cyber initiative has already been dissolved by Sub-Zero. So if this is true, then Sector or some other person controlling the cyber Lin Kuei must be in the story in some way, some shape, or some form. Otherwise the cybernetic Lin Kuei could not possibly operate as we see them doing in the trailer. Now I will say that although I'm not hoping that this next part is going to be true, some people speculate Frost to possibly have gone rogue with Kronika and to be the one jump-starting the cyber initiative again in our present timeline. Because if so, then this means that the Cyber Lin Kuei that we see in this trailer are actually from our present timeline, with the central master being Frost instead of Sector or somebody else. So I mean, if you fancy that idea, I guess it's a win-win for you, but personally, I would much rather have my OG Flamethrower Fanatic. But I am holding out on hope that this is in fact going to be, Sector. And of course you guys know that once you got ketchup, you also gotta have mustard. So Cyrax most likely will be in it if Sector also will be in it. Gotta stay positive and optimistic, guys. You can't have every character that you want in each MK game, but at the same time, you can't give out on hope just yet. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Please give the video a like if you did enjoy the content, and also subscribe if you want to see some more MK11 footage in the future. Once the game drops, we are going to be dropping a ton of gameplay videos and footage, so stick around for that. And once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, guys, peace out, take care, and as always, have a good one.